Hello and welcome to day 2 of Emergent series. In the last video, we saw some of the do's and don'ts. In today's video, let's see how do we use the do's and build a very simple prompt with which we'll start building our application. So without any further delay, let's get started. So I hope you're already logged in and you have created your account. Okay. And in the free plan, you get to use Claude 4.5 Sonnet, which is with 200k context, right? Claude 4.5 Opus and Gemini 3 Pro or GPT 5.1 or Claude 4.0 Sonnet, which is anyways the older model. Okay. We also have some models by Emergent, which we will be able to see only when we are in paid plan. Okay. So for now, let's check out what is possible in the free plan. Now, to see what would be a good prompt, let's click on Habit Tracker and you can see build a habit tracker app with daily checkboxes, streak tracking, calendar view, and local storage. Use a clean, mobile-friendly Notion-style UI with soft colors, progress indicators, and light-dark mode toggle. You can see that it has not added a lot of things together. It is very simple. It has added a couple of features that we need in Habit Tracker. Okay. So likewise, let's go and check Smart Course. Okay, you can see here, create a landing page for an AI and machine learning course featuring syllabus, interactive preview, enrollment countdown, FAQ accordion, chatbot, and a clean, modern, responsive design, right? You can see that what we get when we click on any of these options is a very simple prompt. Okay, it's not too detailed. It's not even like I want to build a habit tracker, right? We are mentioning what is that we are looking for, what is the color, what is style, and all of that. Okay, so what we can do is let's refresh suggestion and see what clone Airbnb, mood tracker, baking bliss. Let's go. We have task manager. So let's see what do we get when we talk about task manager, right? Build a Notion style task manager where users can add, edit, complete and delete tasks, include categories and priorities, due dates, and a dashboard showing tasks by status, right? So let's go ahead and build this out. So I'm going to click on this icon and you can see that it starts the journey, right? So welcome to Emergent, your single destination to build and deploy production ready applications. And it gives us some details of what it has understood from our requirement. Now it is processing the next steps. It will take some time, but let's wait and watch what it builds for us. And that sound should tell you that it's either asking us for something or it has finished its job. Okay. So I'll help you build a Notion style task manager. Before I start, let me clarify a few requirements to ensure I build exactly what you need. Okay, and now you can see here, before I start building your Notion style task manager, I need to clarify a few details. Task categories, priorities. Which system would you prefer? Categories, work, personal, shopping. Priority levels, high, medium, low. Both categories and priorities. So it's asking, do you need task categories or priorities, or do you need both? Right? So I can just mention first one, the C, and tell categories can be, let's say, development, design, review, testing, others. Okay, priorities are fine. Both. Right. Second one, it's asking us task status. What statuses should tasks have? A, simple, to do completed. B, advanced, which is to do in progress completed. Custom statuses you specify. Okay, let's go with B here, right? We can say to do in progress and completed. And let's go to 3, which it has dashboard views. How should tasks be organized? By status, columns, sections for each status, by priority category, calendar view with due dates, all of the above. Okay, so since we are beginning, let's start with one of it. Maybe we'll tell by status, right? And then design style. What aesthetic do you prefer? Minimal and clean, like Notion, colorful and modern, or professional and enterprise? Let's go with A, right? It's always nice for us to say, oh, if you're building it, then have everything, right? Like dashboard views, we want all the options. Design style, professional and enterprise. Additional feature, like add everything, right? But it's always good to start with minimal things and then add as you move further. You can mention to the agent that we will be looking to add filters, we'll be looking to add any of the other features that you want. But for now, let's keep this short, right? Fifth one, additional features, any of these. Search filters, tasks, yes, we need. A is required. Okay, and then B, task description notes, yes, needed. C, subtasks, let's have it. Okay, checklist, keep it simple with just the basics. Okay, we'll see, we will come back to each of these points a bit later. These are necessary, but we'll visit it later. Okay, just hit enter. Then also check what were the questions it asked and so on and so forth, right? So it automatically gets hidden over here. And now it starts building further. So you can see here it shows perfect. Let me start building your Notion style task manager with categories, these things, and priorities, statuses, and minimal and clean design with status based dashboard. Let me explore the current setup first, right? So viewing 7 parts. So if you open it up, you can see what are the things that it has built. Okay, server.py, .environment, requirements.txt, app.js, and so on and so forth. It keeps it simple so that non-techies like me will not get overwhelmed looking at like what is happening. Okay, so great, I've explored the setup. Now let me plan 2. Okay, so it actually is doing all the things behind the scenes. All you have to do is relax until Emergent does the magic behind the scenes. Or maybe you can also play some game while this is happening here. Now let me implement the complex task manager, complete task manager in one go. Okay, and these are all the files that it has edited or created for us, right? You don't have to understand what it has created there because that's its magic. Now let me check the available ShadCN components, right? So, and restart the services. You can see here we have these things which has come on the screen now. This is the preview mode, as you can see, and as you can see, it actually takes screenshot to verify whether what it has built has gotten whatever we are looking for or not. Okay, you can see here, great, service are running. Let me take a quick screenshot to verify the UI is loading. Okay, that's this one. Of course, you get that over here as well. Okay, perfect. The UI is loading beautifully with a clean, minimal Notion style design. Now let me call the testing agent to comprehensively test all functionalities. Now, the beauty of this particular platform is it actually tests as and when it builds the functionality that we have asked for. It tests and checks if it is working fine or not, and then lets us know if there is any issue. Of course, fix it and let us know that there is an issue and I've fixed it, and so on and so forth. So all of this happens with just very simple prompts that we have given so far. It's like talking to your developer friend or something like that. Hey, you know what, I'm looking for building this, and it asks you a couple of questions like developers do, and just give those answers. That will take care of the rest. So you can see here 24 testing agent messages, right? So it has tested the functionality. Okay, and it says let me check the test report. Okay, it has got the report, it has checked that. Great, the testing agent found one medium priority issue. Okay, so add task dialog, select drop downs, model overlay intercepts, clicks on drop down option. Okay, the testing agent noted that default values work and task creation is successful, but the drop down interaction could be improved. Okay, so now it is working on that. Let me fix the drop down interaction issue on the modules. Okay, modals. I see the issue. The select content has Z50, which might conflict with the dialog overlay. So it actually took a screenshot here, as you can see. Right, perfect. Now let me test the drop-down functionality with the screenshot to confirm the fix works. You can see here, and this is the drop-down that it has shown us. Right, it takes screenshot and shows us what it is seeing on the other end. Right, you can see here, it's giving us the drop-down screenshot of each of the drop-down that it has. Right, and perfect. The drop-down is now working correctly with all category options visible: development, design, review, testing, and others. The Z index picks resolved the issue. Now let me create a comprehensive task to show all features working. Okay, so it has added a couple of tasks to show us how it looks. I can see the priority drop-down is open. Let me try a different approach to click the high priority option. Okay, so it has seen that there is some issue. One task in progress, test design task, one task in completed. Okay, toast notification showing task created successfully, clean minimal Notion style design. Okay, you can see here, that's the design that it has come up with. Perfect. Okay, let's see what it has done. Excellent. The task menu is showing perfectly with edit option, move to submenu for changing status, delete option in red. Let me test the move to submenu. While this is getting ready, let's quickly navigate here and see what options we have. So this is if you want to share this link with somebody, and we heard that sound, which means it is ready for us to test it out, right? So you can see here, summary, Notion style task manager completion. Built a fully functional task manager featuring a clean minimal design with the following core features: Kanban board with 3-column layout. Okay, task creation dialog with little title, category, priority, status, and due date picker. Task management allowing edit, status change, and deletion with confirmation. Okay, and it has given us some more details as well. Okay, now we can share it from here. We can refresh the screen. If we see that we have asked it to make some changes and we're not able to see those changes reflecting, we can refresh the page. You can also open it up in new tab like this, right? So you can see here. Now you see the move to is available here, but we would like it to drag and drop. Okay, now you go to create new. Let's give design task for Anup. So is it development, design, and so on and so forth? Priority, let's say low, high. Okay, status is to do or in progress or completed, and pick a due date. Let's say this is on. Okay, so due date ideally should not be in the past. Okay, we are able to select that, which is not good. And you can also see that when we select a due date, this is not getting closed, right? So we can give those couple of things and then click on create task. So you can see that this has got added over here and design high November 30th. Okay, so let's quickly go and tell. It works great, but we observe two small things that needs to be fixed. One, the due date should not be in the past. Second, date selection section doesn't close automatically after the date has been selected. Please resolve, right? So we're giving in detail what is that we have observed, and it's always better to mention when did we observe this, right? But when we try to add the task, we observed two small things. So we give this context of when did we see it, okay, and what did we see, so that it understands and resolves this perfectly. So you can see here that now let me fix the edit task dialog as well. It says, okay, I'll fix both the issues in the date picker. Let me update add task dialog and edit task dialog components. Okay, so it's actually getting this where I can see the calendar is open and past dates are not now disabled. Okay, you can see here it is disabled, grayed out. Dates before November 26th. Now let me test that the calendar closes automatically after selecting date. Okay, you can see here that is probably working fine as well. I notice the calendar is still showing. Okay, let me check if there's a timing issue and click outside or try a different approach. Let me click on the date cell more specifically. Okay, you can see that it actually runs by itself to see if it is functioning or not. Okay, perfect. Both fixes are working correctly, it says. And now we should hear that ting sound. There we go. And I can just go over here, refresh the page, and let's click here. Development for Sam. There's development. Let's say it is low. It's to do pick a date. So we can't select anything in the past now. Let's say I'll go to December 10th, right? It automatically closes and click on create task. There you go. Now I could also move this to, let's say, in progress, right? It comes over here. Of course, we could also ask the agent to make it as drag and drop flow, but you know what needs to be asked for that. So that's how you start building with Emergent. Create a very simple prompt which has all the details that the agent needs, right? And give it to the agent so that it can start building. It asks us a few questions. Generally, this happens every single time. Give the answer as detailed as possible so that agent has all the details it needs to start building. Go step by step as we did in this particular video. I hope this was helpful and I would like to see what you have built using Emergent. Keep building, keep sharing, and keep inspiring. I will see you in the next one.